I pull into my driveway and my house doesn't have a roof anymore. Not damaged. Not leaking. Gone. There's a dumpster the size of a shipping container sitting where my garden used to be, and it's full of slate. My slate. $22,000 worth of custom roofing I installed 3 years ago. And there are men, strangers, still on top of my house right now, ripping off what's left. I kill the engine. My hands won't let go of the steering wheel. I was gone for 48 hours. Business trip. Routine. I left Wednesday morning. It's Friday at 3 p.m. and someone demolished my house. I get out, walk toward the foreman. He's got a clipboard, a hard hat, and the kind of face that says he just wants to finish his shift and go home. Who told you to do this? My voice sounds weird. Too calm. He doesn't even look up. HOA work order. Emergency repair. Abandoned property. Abandoned. Now he looks at me, confused. Yeah, structural hazard. Board president signed off yesterday. I feel my pulse in my throat. I live here. He blinks. I point at the house, at my car in the driveway, at the mailbox with my name on it. This is my house. I was gone for 2 days. His face goes pale. I pull out my phone. Start recording. Show me the paperwork. He hands it over, and there it is, signed by the board president. But my name? My signature? Not on it. That's when I see the truck. The company logo. It's a magnetic sign, slapped over something else. And I know right then this isn't a mistake. This is something worse. Rain's coming tonight. My roof is gone. And someone just made the biggest mistake of their life. Let me back up. My name's Ryan. I'm a structural engineer. Roofs, beams, making sure buildings don't collapse. That's what I do. 5 years ago, I bought into this quiet HOA neighborhood. Figured the worst I'd deal with was someone complaining about trash cans. I was wrong. 3 years ago, I upgraded my roof. Gorgeous slate. 22 grand. 30-year warranty, professional install, full HOA approval. I followed every single rule. Submitted plans. Got it in writing. The board president, Christine, runs this place like her personal kingdom. Once knocked on my door to tell me my mailbox was half a shade too blue. I'm serious, but I kept my head down, paid my dues. Then a year ago, rumors started. The board was cooking up some aesthetic uniformity policy for roofs. I sent an email, professional, polite, just confirming. My slate roof is grandfathered in, right? Christine replied same day. Don't worry, just brainstorming. Established roofs are fine. I saved that email. Always save your emails. Wednesday morning, I flew out for work. 2-day trip. Routine structural assessment. Thursday night, my neighbor texted. Hey, are you having work done? Dumpster in your driveway. Guys on your roof. I didn't order anything. Then he sent a photo. Half my roof was gone. I stared at my phone. Heart pounding. Called the airline. Got the next flight. Landed Friday afternoon and drove straight home. That's when I saw it in person. 70% of my roof. Sitting in a dumpster. Strangers still ripping off the rest. And the forecast said rain tonight. The crew leaves after I threaten cops. But they leave everything. Tools scattered. Tarps barely thrown over the gaping holes. My house wide open. I call Christine. She answers on the second ring. Sweet as pie. Ryan, how was your trip? What did you do to my house? Pause. The sweetness vanishes. Oh, you're back early. Christine, my roof is gone. The board passed a uniformity amendment while you were away. Your roof didn't meet the new standards. I'm squeezing my phone so hard it might crack. You tore off my roof without permission? We were doing you a favor, starting while you were gone so you wouldn't deal with construction noise. I can't process this. And the cost, $22,000, will be added to your dues as a special assessment. My brain flatlines. You can't be serious. Her voice goes ice cold. Don't use that tone. Take it up with the board next month. She hangs up. I stand there, staring at my destroyed house. The sky's getting dark. I can smell rain coming. I make 3 calls. Insurance. A lawyer I know from construction disputes. Contractor buddy. The insurance guy can't believe it. Never heard of an HOA doing this without consent. The lawyer goes quiet, then asks about bylaws, authorizations. Says the words civil liability and possibly criminal. My contractor friend shows up an hour later. Takes one look. Whoever ripped this off damaged your structure. And that tarp job? Useless. He spends 3 hours doing it right. Refuses payment. That night, the storm hits. Water pours through everywhere. I'm watching my ceiling drip. Puddles forming. Taking photos of everything. And planning my next move. The discovery morning comes. My house smells like wet drywall and rage. Water ruined my laptop. Part of the ceiling. Some furniture. I document every single thing. Then I start digging into this budget-best roofing company. Takes me 20 minutes to find their business registration. Company's only 8 months old. Owner's name makes me stop cold. Is Christine's brother-in-law. I sit back, stare at the screen. This isn't incompetence. This is a scam. I pull every public record I can find. Turns out Budget Best has done a lot of work in our neighborhood. All emergency repairs. All authorized by Christine. All without competitive bids. $60,000 in the last year alone. Then I check the state contractors board website. Budget Best has been cited. Twice. Working without permits. Shoddy contracts. Their Better Business Bureau rating? F. Pages of complaints. Bad workmanship. Shady billing. People saying they got ripped off. I lean back in my chair, head spinning. Christine isn't just power tripping. She's funneling HOA money to her family's failing business under the cover of emergency repairs. I pull our HOA's financial statements. As a homeowner, I have that right. And there it is. $80,000 to Budget Best Roofing over 18 months. Every invoice signed by Christine. Rubber stamped at board meetings with no questions asked. Emergency tree trimming. Emergency sprinkler repairs. Emergency sidewalk fixes. All bullshit. I sit there in my water-damaged living room, looking at spreadsheets, and something clicks into place. I'm an engineer. I like things methodical. So I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to rage. I'm going to dismantle this piece by piece. But first, I need proof that can't be argued with. I pick up the phone and call a forensic insurance adjuster. The forensic adjuster shows up Monday morning. Guy named Tom. He's been doing this for 30 years. He climbs up on what's left of my roof, takes measurements, photos, runs his hands over the exposed beams, comes down shaking his head. Your original roof was perfect, he says. No leaks, no structural damage, plenty of life left. There was zero emergency here. He hands me his preliminary report. I read it twice, then I save 3 copies. Next, I send formal legal notice to both the HOA and Budget Best. Certified mail. Stop all work immediately. Trespass and property destruction. Demand proper weatherproofing. The HOA response comes 2 days later. A bill. $22,000 for my special roof assessment, plus a $50 late fee, backdated to the day before they destroyed my roof. I laugh. Actually laugh. It's either that or put my fist through a wall. The audacity is almost impressive. That night, I'm buried in state property code, page after page of legal language. Then I find it. The loophole. Any capital improvement over $15,000 requires approval from at least 75% of homeowners. There was no vote. Christine never even told anyone about this uniformity amendment. And there's more. State law says board members can be held personally liable for benefiting family businesses without disclosure. I sit back, Close my laptop. For the first time since I saw that dumpster in my driveway, I smile. Because Christine didn't just break HOA rules. She broke state law. And I've got every receipt. But I need one more thing before I move. I need the neighborhood on my side. So I send out an invitation. Roofing information session. My backyard. Saturday at 2 p.m. 40 people show up. Saturday. My backyard is packed. 40 neighbors. Some I know. Most I don't. All looking confused and a little angry. I set up a projector. Pull up photos on my laptop. Thanks for coming. I say. I'm going to show you where your HOA dues have been going. First slide. My roof. Before and after. People gasp. I was gone 2 days. Came home to this. No warning. No permission. Just a bill for $22,000. Next slide. The work order. Signed by Christine. Emergency repair on an abandoned property. I live here. I was on a business trip. I click to the next slide. Budget Best Roofing's business registration. This company is 8 months old. Owned by Christine's brother-in-law. The crowd goes quiet. Next slide. The financial. $80,000 to Budget Best over 18 months. Emergency tree trimming already covered by another contract. Emergency sprinkler repairs the irrigation company said were unnecessary. Sidewalk fixes the city already handled. Someone in the back swears out loud. That's 2 years of dues for the entire neighborhood. Gone. I show them the Better Business Bureau rating. The state citations. The complaints. A woman near the front raises her hand. Budget Best tried to inspect my roof last month. Said I had damage. I told them no. 3 other people nod. Same here. I pull up the state property code on the projector. Any capital improvement over $15,000 requires a vote from 75% of homeowners. There was no vote. This uniformity amendment was never legally passed. I look around the yard. And if Christine keeps making unauthorized payments, every single one of us could be on the hook for special assessments to cover legal costs and fraud. The mood shifts. People aren't just angry anymore. They're scared. And that's when someone asks the question I was hoping for. What do? We call an emergency board meeting, I say, and we demand answers. A retired lawyer 3 houses down stands up. I'll draft the petition. We need signatures. By the end of the afternoon, I have 43 names. More than enough. People start volunteering. I'll pull the meeting minutes from last year. I have copies of my dues statements. I know someone at the county recorder's office. Within a week, we've got everything. Budget Best got paid for tree trimming already included in another contract. Emergency sprinkler repairs that weren't emergencies. Sidewalk work the city had already done. $150,000 in questionable payments. 2 years of neighborhood dues. Vanished. Monday morning, I file a lawsuit. HOA and individual board members. Breach of fiduciary duty. Conversion. Then I send everything to the state licensing board and the Attorney General's office. Budget Best worked without proper authorization. That's a violation. The emergency meeting gets scheduled 2 weeks later. The room is packed. Standing room only. Christine tries to control it. Stands at the front with her fake smile. I understand there's been some concern about a disgruntled resident. Someone cuts her off. His roof was perfectly fine. We saw the forensic report. Another voice. You paid your brother-in-law's company without competitive bids. Christine's smile cracks. That's not. The retired lawyer stands. I move to suspend normal procedures and address the financial discrepancies immediately. Passes. Unanimous. I walk to the front. Set my folder on the table. Photos. Financial. Forensic report. State code violations. I lay it all out. The room is silent. Then I make my offer. Here's the deal. You rebuild my roof. You cover my legal fees. Christine resigns. and we get a full forensic audit of the last 3 years. I pause. Or I take this to court, the DA, and every news outlet in the state. Christine's face goes white. Christine tries to argue. He doesn't have the authority to. A woman in the front row stands up. You demolished his house while he was gone for 2 days. Someone else. You billed him $22,000 without consent. The retired lawyer pulls out the HOA bylaws. Flips to a marked page. Section 12, subsection 4. Board members must disclose any financial relationships with contractors. You didn't. That's a violation. He looks around the room. I move for a vote of no confidence. Hands go up. Everywhere. Christine's face twists. You can't just. We can, the lawyer says. And we are. Another neighbor stands. If you don't take his deal, we replace the entire board and press criminal charges ourselves. The board asks for a recess. People are already trading lawyers' phone numbers, talking about filing their own complaints. 15 minutes later, they come back. Christine won't look at me. The vice president speaks. We accept the settlement terms. Just like that, Christine resigns. Effective immediately. My roof gets rebuilt. Top quality slate. Better than before. Cost to me? 0. Insurance covers most of it. The HOA eats the rest. The forensic audit happens. State licensing board suspends Budget Best's license. Christine moves out of state 3 months later. Quiet. No good bien. The new board actually follows the rules. Contractors have to disclose relationships now. Financial reports get posted monthly. Last week, I'm sitting on my back porch, looking up at my beautiful new roof, and I see a process server walk up to the house across the street. Hands papers to my neighbor. Turns out Budget Best is getting hit with a cease and desist from the state. I wave at the server, just being neighborly, because the sweetest revenge isn't just winning. It's making sure they can't do it to anyone else.